Strugglers, the last time you saw me, I was stuffing my face with greasy fair food, and I need to undo that. Earlier this year, I posted a video all about YouTube's mobile VR videos, and after that, a very sweet couple sent me an actual VR headset. Thank you to Allie and Noah for this. I guess they thought that this would be better than just taping my phone to the inside of a box, you know, whatever. To each their own, I guess. So I decided to use that headset to sculpt my body into a temple of biblical proportions by playing every single VR game that I could get my hands on. So there are a mix of dedicated fitness games that are specifically meant for fitness, for working out, and then there are just some other fun active games that double as a workout. We're going across the whole spectrum today. When I was a kid, Wii Sports and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat were about the only active games that I ever played, so this is all very new to me. So I wanted to start off with something simple, something that was very obviously meant to get my heartbeat going a little bit, and that game was Happy Run. Happy Run is a game where you jog in place and pretend like you're running outside, and I hated every second of this. The entire time I felt really disoriented, super dizzy, and every time I took a fake step in place, I felt like I could start moving in real life at any moment. This just seems dangerous. This seems like something that would be ill-advised. I did not trust myself to just jog in place. I held onto a chair for a little bit and that kind of helped, but it was still very weird and I would never do this again. Obviously this works. I'm feeling it. The thing is it worth it? I'm dizzy. I feel like I'm gonna fall over. This one's incredibly dangerous, in my opinion, right? Unless you're harnessed into something, or you have something to hold on to, I could just as easily start running towards you, like this. Oh, and there's the border. And you're over there. So, off to a bad start. To be clear, I have no idea if any of this VR stuff is gonna be effective at all. So before we get too deep into it, I'd like to talk about something that I know for a fact is effective: Trainwell. Trainwell is a fitness and strength training app that pairs you with your own personal trainer, and they are this video's sponsor. You might remember a few years ago when I did that whole 90-day fitness transformation using Trainwell. Back then they were called Copilot. Jaden and I were going to the gym multiple times a week. I was getting after it. Well, now with 2 kids and basically no way to sneak off to a commercial gym anymore, Trainwell might be even more beneficial to me. This here is my trainer, Dylan. Say hi to Dylan. He makes custom workouts for me depending on the equipment that I actually have to use, and I'm able to check in with him whenever I want, talk directly about the workouts. Oh, my knee is sore today. Well, here's something we can do to mitigate that. Maybe we focus less on strength training today and more on stretching and cardio, stuff like that. If you have an Apple Watch, it'll monitor your movements and make sure you're using proper form and pacing. It's very cool, super helpful when I start to zone out a little bit and maybe get sloppy. I would never do that. I'm very focused at all times, but maybe it'd be helpful for you. Having a real person on the other end of this is incredibly helpful for me, especially with accountability. He takes all the guesswork out of training. He's never not had an answer to any of my questions. And everything is personalized specifically to you, so it makes working out feel like less of a slog. Like if there's something that you hate doing, single leg split squats, I can just tell Dylan that and he'll swap it out for something that I do like. I used to be so focused on just looking sexy, and I mean, come on. Mission accomplished, right? But nowadays, I just want to be able to play with my kids and go up and down the stairs without feeling winded, and Trainwell and Dylan have made that feasible. It's worked so well for me, I think it'll work for you as well. So if you're interested in starting a little fitness journey of your own, or maybe you're already on one and you want to try something new, the first 100 people that sign up with my Trainwell link down below will get 14 days free, and then you'll get $25 off your first month. Thank you so much to Trainwell for sponsoring this video. You guys are awesome. Thank you to you guys for using my links when I have them. Helps me out a ton. Now let's see what my life might look like if I strapped a heavy, sweaty thing to my face and worked out using that every day. Being so new to VR stuff, I figured it makes sense to just search online for popular games to play. And no matter what I clicked on, no matter what article or YouTube video I was looking at, every single one of them suggested Beat Saber. Oh, Beat Saber! You gotta try Beat Saber! Excuse me, have you ever heard of a game called Beat Saber? The top VR game, in my humble opinion, is Beat Saber. Oh, you simply have to try Beat Saber! Honestly, Beat Saber. No, I played it one time when I used to work at Sky Zone, and I was so bored the entire time. I'm a bona fide Beat Saber hater. Moonrider is this free web-based alternative to Beat Saber, and this is the only one that I would ever probably play going forward. And I don't know really how to feel about that morally, that like this other person, this competitor came in and like stole their entire flow and then made a free version of it. But again, Beat Saber is just like full body Guitar Hero. And rhythm games have been around forever. I don't need to feel bad about this. I haven't even explained what this game is yet. Let me explain it quick. They throw you into this virtual world and you're just kind of like slashing at these blocks along to some music. The latest tunes, you know, the hottest hits. And Moonrider in particular also includes a version where you're punching stuff, so you don't always have to slash with the lightsabers. You can do the boxing one instead. But we have so many boxing games coming up that I figured I would just skip it for this one. I think there's genuinely no way to look cool when you're doing this stupid game. Now, this is one of those instances where this isn't necessarily a fitness game. It's just an active rhythm game. But I had no clue how to turn the difficulty down, and I was playing on what felt like impossible overstimulation mode. Is there a way to make it easier? I simply couldn't keep up. I was just flailing my arms at one point. Oh God, here we go. So my heart rate did get up a little bit by the time I was done, but I certainly wouldn't say that this is an intense workout. There are a million other games like this that also exist. It might be the most common genre of VR game, let alone fitness game. This is when I admit that I never played anything past medium on Guitar Hero growing up. This is not quite my skill set. It's so incredibly common. I'd like to focus more on stuff that's a little bit more interesting to me. Cybrix made me feel like Forrest Gump in that one scene from the movie Forrest Gump. They stick you in this little arena and you smack a ball towards these blocks. If you've ever thought to yourself, I'd like to be inside the game Breakout, then this is perfect for you. It's a very active game. Once I was kind of in the groove of things, I was moving around quite a bit, and there's a competitive aspect to it as well. There's a multiplayer mode. I wasn't able to play the multiplayer mode, but I know this about myself. If I'm competing against somebody, I'm going harder than if I'm just by myself. So I'm sure if I was doing multiplayer, my heart rate would get up even higher. All in all, this is one that I could probably get sucked into for a really long time. It is a little repetitive, but in a satisfying way where like once you get better and better at it, you just get into that flow state and you're just kind of boom, boom, bang, bang, smack, smack, combo, combo. It's good, it's fun. Whew. Okay, wow, that was sick. That was a good one. Best one yet. So SUPERHOT ain't a fitness game. I think that's pretty clear. The whole deal here is that the world around you only moves when you move, and then you have to take out these bad guys before they get you. Most of my time spent in this game was me moving really slowly. Any last words, brother? It's kind of the opposite of a workout. But I suppose if you do hold these awkward poses for a long time, you're stressing your muscles. It's kind of like sloppy yoga. You've heard of hot yoga? Well, how about sloppy yoga? I should have said super hot yoga. See ya, buddy. Right in the balls. I'm a deadeye with that, huh? See, this is what they don't want. The haters don't want me to have a gun. Hey, yo. Right in the balls. Now you don't want this, do ya? Whoa, that was close. Oh, where am I in real life? I just hit my head. Kind of just more of a fun game. It's almost a puzzle game. So I would not rate this super high when it comes to fitness. Okay, this game Stride. It made me so insanely dizzy I could only play it for a few minutes. I hardly got past the tutorial. You're kind of running around and using a grappling hook, swinging from stuff, and then shooting bad guys. Whoa, 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 whoa! All of my favorite things to do, but the motion sickness got to me. This tutorial is taking me out. I might be out of commission for the rest of the day after this. I feel so sick. I actually had to leave the house and go buy Dramamine because I had such bad motion sickness. And, oh, good grief. Let me out of here. To move around in the game, you actually have to like swing your arms and move in real life. That does, add to the workout aspect of it. You're not just thumbing around on a joystick. So it's better than nothing. It is more of like an action adventure shooting guys type of game. Where the guys at? Oh. Okay, my time to shine. Slow-mo. Missed every shot. But if you get really into it and you hit that weird flow state, you start moving really quickly through stuff, you're not stumbling around like a toddler like I did, eventually this could be something that you also work up a sweat doing. So, you know what? It's fine. I'm sweating bullets. I feel sick to my stomach. I can't continue. I think you're gonna notice pretty quickly, this first day of games that I played, a lot of them were just like games. I was excited to try out VR and I wanted to play games. So I did dive into Vader Immortal. This is a Star Wars game, and I jumped straight to the third episode of the game because I had read online that the training arena is the best one out of all the games. Oh man, this is gonna be so cool. Oh, there it is. And I'll tell you what, man, I was getting after it a little bit.
Come here, and come to me. Ugh. Get back here.
Oh, nice throw. Excuse you, there's so much happening at all times, all around you. You gotta be constantly swiveling, dipping, ducking, slashing. It's all the good stuff. In terms of a game that's not focused on fitness specifically, this one did a really good job of making me feel like I got a workout in. And it was fun to just slash dudes up. I know that's a weird, dark thing to say, but none of it's real, so I feel okay saying that.
Chop his head off.
All-in-One Sports is an interesting one because it's kind of like a Wii Sports type game where there's all kinds of mini games that you can play, and some of them are super like low effort. The bowling one, for example. Who do you think you are? I am. Looking ass. But then there's also games like boxing and tennis, things that you're more active during.
Oh, that one's soaring. That's out of the stadium.
Yeah.
Come on. See ya.
Yeah, get your kayaks out.
Kirby pocket. Oh, where's that one going?
Swish. Hey, bank's open. Yep, little sky hook.
Oh my God, did I hit the ceiling?
So even though this is more of a game, a party game, if you will, I think it also works pretty darn well if you're trying to get a little sweat on.
Oh, fire racket, fire racket, fire racket. I can't see. Everything's on fire. Did I score?
Oh, is this the game from Big starring Tom Hanks? You're trying to get a little moist, trying to make this big exterior organ moist. It's a good one for that. Climb 2. Now this is a sequel to a game called Climb, if you can believe it. And this game was such a beautiful experience. I could spend so much time in here just climbing these mountains.
There's no way they want me to jump all the way up there, is there? Oh my God.
That is what they wanted.
I feel like Nathan Drake.
It's so simple and so intuitive. All you're doing is like reaching up, there's little ledges that you can grab onto, and you're just maneuvering your way around. There's no right way, there's no wrong way to go. A lot of it just involves kind of exploration and trial and error.
And I'm gonna have to jump. Oh, I have nothing tethering me. Here I go.
Oh, I gotta have Jaden try this.
That's how you make it a workout.
Oh, what the fuck?
Thank God I had a save point.
If you were to play this for a really long time, I would imagine the shoulder workout you're getting is insane. There's not much to it. You're really just kind of like reaching up and down. You're just kind of doing this. You could do this at an old folks home in their aerobics class, but it gets you moving. Get those joints moving, you burn your muscles. After a while, I mean, it's a lot. And because you're in the headset, it's gonna sound crazy, but it feels almost life or death. Like it feels like you don't want to just rest because you're hanging on a mountain, you know?
I have a trick that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump off early. Ready? Here we go. That's how you save time, ladies and gentlemen.
Climb 2 is great. It was better as a game than it was as a workout, though.
3, 2, 1. Oh. Too far.
Tiger Blade was something that I saw recommended a couple of different times. It's a newer game it's definitely a game.
I killed an innocent. First thing I do in this game is kill an innocent.
And it falls into that category of like, well, it's VR, so you can kind of get a workout in. You can break a sweat if you really get into it. This game is just so much freaking fun. I could play for hours. And the mechanics of it, the way that you move around, it kind of helps with the motion sickness thing. What I found is that if I'm in a game and I'm kind of moving smooth, I'm gliding through it, that's what messes me up. But this one is really quick, snappy, boom, 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 you're here, you're there. And I had a ton of fun playing it. I did feel like I got a tiny bit of a workout, I will say. I feel like maybe the word workout is being used pretty liberally here. A lot of the time when I'm saying that I'm getting a workout in these games, I'm just like, I'm getting active. It's certainly not a workout. Tiger Blade did not give me a workout. Let me be clear on that. Especially not compared to some of the actual dedicated workout games that we will be encountering later on.
위협이 커지고 있어. 사방엔 배신자들 뿐이지. 내가 믿을 수 있는 사람은.
I thought I could kill her and then take over the town. Heart rate is sitting at a cool 99 beats per minute. My face is sweaty, mostly.
Here's one that's actually meant to be a fitness game. Punch Fit. Would you believe me if I said this game is completely free? Well, believe it, baby, because it is. It's such a good game. It works so well. It's very simple. It's just, you know, punching and dodging. But I can't emphasize enough how good it feels when you're actually in the space. It might not translate great to just a 2D video, but when you're in the space and they're shouting instructions at you, you know, jab, jab, hook, I felt like such a cool guy. And sometimes feeling like a cool guy is half the battle.
I feel like I'm doing a Fortnite emote.
I could play Punch Fit for hours. I think it was the first one out of any of them that I had played up to this point that really felt like, okay, if I wanted to get in there and get a sweat on, burn some calories, like that's the game that I would have gone to.
I'm sweating. Let me see. You see how glistening my face is? I'm ready for the next creator clash. Who's willing to challenge me? Nathan Zed? Tom Buck? I was gonna say, what a value. It's literally free. It's like, you can't even call that a value.
FitXR is interesting because it's based on a subscription model, and they offer a few different games within it. They've got the classic stuff. Stuff flying at you? Well, just hit it.
I think you're ready for the full combo.
I think so too.
Show me what you got.
Sure. Oh my God. Whoa.
And then they also have some dancing stuff in there.
Ugh. What are you? Oh no.
I think the boxing rhythm game was the one that got me breathing the heaviest, but I was also goofing around for the majority of it. Even though most of these types of games you can find for cheaper or for free, what you're paying for with this subscription is all of like the classes, all of the lessons.
Glorious glutes with Garrett. I mean, it would be criminal to not do this. Please give me a Garrett avatar with the thickest rump I've ever seen.
Drive to the heels on the way up.
Turn around, Garrett. Show me your glutes. I'm gonna sneak behind Garrett, see if I can get a peek at that rump.
Last two.
Oh, he disappeared. Shucks.
There's what seems like an endless library of classes to do, and they're all kind of the same type of thing, but there's enough variety that I think maybe at least for a few months you could get something out of
The
it.
straight up fitness games are clearly what you make of them. You put in that effort, you're gonna get it back. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I mean, I'll give that one the stamp of approval. It's been years since I did that.
Ah, the dreaded next move. This one was not good for me. So much running, so much movement. It's like a parkour type game, and it made me feel disgustingly sick. This was another instance where I had to take a long break after. I had to take medicine. More arm pumping to get moving, swinging your arms to jump, you're shooting things, you're turning, you're twisting, you're reversing time. Oh my God, that was the worst part. If you jump and you fall off a ledge or something, you can push a button to reverse time. My motion is going forward and then it stops, and then all of a sudden I'm like being sent backwards in this world, and it ruined me.
This is starting to make me feel sick. I think I might need to take more Dramamine. Okay. Oh, I threw my controller. Oh, I can't do it. I'm gonna throw it. Oh, God.
I took a little break. I looked off into the distance through the window. That helped a little bit. Spent some time playing with the kids outside, and got back to it. I thought maybe something that could balance me out again is this game called Mindtopia. And it's just kind of a relaxation, meditation type of game. Super calming, right? You just sit there and they talk to you in a soothing voice and you're breathing. And this one also f***ed me up so bad. Mostly just because it was so ridiculously jittery in there. I don't know if it comes across great on camera. The frame rate was like 10 frames per second. It was jerking me around. I had to shut it off. I couldn't do it. It made me feel sicker than the previous game.
This is so jittery, I'm gonna throw up again. Get me out of here. Okay, give me a second. I just have to lie down. That was the worst one yet, and I was just sitting still. I looked up expecting to see you guys. All I see is this tree.
eXRcise. Now this one was, it was simultaneously my least favorite and my favorite at different points. Let me explain. So they have these instructor guided classes that you can take, these mini workouts. They range from like the most basic thing ever, which is good to have for certain people, up to more highly intense things. The basic stuff was, I mean, it was so goofy.
And once again, that knee is just driving into your chest.
Driving into my chest, look at this lady.
Almost like you're clapping, but you're not. I mean, I guess you could if you want to.
What did this guy do? One take, phone it in, and not? Where's the effort at?
Nice, guys. Movement number 3, or sorry, movement number 4, lunges.
He just made a mistake. They didn't even edit this. He just said movement number 3, or sorry, movement number 4.
And for a game that I paid for, What is that? What's going on there? That whole thing felt like a whole wasted portion of the game. But there was something that was actually quite fun, and that was this boxing stuff. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. The boxing is the best part of VR. I played this game where this little ball bounces back and forth, and you have to hit it in the way that they tell you to hit it. I got so insanely competitive with that, a leaderboard pops up at the end. Oh man, did I have to get on that leaderboard.
Okay, start over. One more. Okay, me, start over.
And I did. I did get on the leaderboard. Top 3, top 2, top 5. What else could you ask for? Good luck beating me. That's all I'll say. You want to download this game, try to beat me? You're gonna embarrass yourself.
Come on, give me the top 10. Oh, so close. 82748265. You know what? I'll let you hold on to that one.
I think I am officially the best in the world at this game, so that's pretty cool to say. When Greg and I were younger, we held many world records in the Little Big Planet online world, and this feels just as good as that did.
Avoid being hitted by the enemy attacks. That's like what my toddler would say. Okay, Dad, we don't play a game. Avoid being hitted, okay? Avoid getting hitted by a bubble shooted by the training bots. And then you avoid being hitted by the enemy attacks, and I pull out my lightsaber and I zoom. Look at what this mask is doing to me. Is this permanent? Do I look like this forever now?
X Fitness, once again, is just like a rhythm punching game, but I think if I really were to get into the nitty gritty, this might be my favorite of that type of game. It just feels so fast and so fluid and so smooth and so satisfying. And look at me go. I mean, I'm dancing like a dang circus monkey.
Oh God, they're coming over here. Woo.
Out of all of the rhythm punching games, this is probably the one that I would revisit. Like if I had to only choose one, it'd probably be this one.
This is the amount of fun that I wish I had during Beat Saber. People seem to love Beat Saber to death. I don't like it. I like this.
Supernatural was incredibly disappointing to me. It's the one that they showed on all of the old Quest commercials. It's incredibly popular. It's a big subscription-based game that, allegedly has a lot of users. I can't confirm, but they tout this as like one of the biggest fitness games that's ever been made. Well, I don't think that it deserves that title. And that's just me personally. This game is just Moonrider. It's the same game. Now the difference is that you get the instructors, right? But I don't think the instructors really add anything to this game, in my opinion, especially because they're not personalized to you. It's just like you're jumping in and it's a pre-made class.
This one makes me feel corny. Like out of all of them, this is the most embarrassing to do. I'm humiliated right now doing this.
I canceled my subscription immediately. Maybe I'm being too harsh on it. Maybe I didn't explore it deeply enough.
It's gorgeous, it looks amazing, they did a great job. The renderings, the graphics, beautiful. There's so many free alternatives that I don't care for this.
I'd rather play Moonrider, and I don't even want to play Moonrider. Pistol Whip was so good. Pistol Whip is my favorite VR game ever. I don't have a ton of experience with VR games, to be fair, but it's the best one. It's so freaking good. This type of game I would have expected to make me feel a little dizzy. You're on this track, you're moving through the world, and you're shooting at these guys. It's like an old arcade game. But for some reason, this never made me feel dizzy. I think because I wasn't responsible for the movement. There must be a disconnect in my brain where it's like, if I'm not controlling the smooth movement, I'm just on a conveyor belt, then it doesn't make me feel sick. And this did not make me feel sick. This game was sick as hell, but it didn't make me feel sick. And I eased into it, okay? I did the easy mode first. I was just going nice and slow through everything, one pistol at a time. But then when I jumped into the expert mode, dual wield, nothing can beat this game. You're squatting, you're lunging, you're dipping, you're diving, you're shooting. For example, just do this for a while. Do this for like 10 minutes straight. Just do this for 10 minutes straight. And that's what that game is. That game is just that. Look at me go. I mean, look at how focused I am. I've never been this focused on anything in my life. I had so much fun. I would spend hours in this. I would do it.
Dude, am I gonna get, oh, sorry. I'm apologizing to the guy for not shooting him.
Huge fan of Pistol Whip. Love Pistol Whip. 10 out of 10 Pistol Whip. If you're gonna buy a VR game, make it be Pistol Whip.
What a game. Okay, I think I can definitively say that's the most fun that I've had so far with any of the games. There have been a few that have been pretty dang fun. That was a perfect 10. I actually think I was playing the free trial. I'm gonna purchase that. of course I'm gonna purchase that.
Action Resort made me feel incredibly weird and uncomfortable. The first thing I noticed is that most of the game is just allowing you to customize what your trainer looks like. There are many clothing options, many makeup options. This is a largely family-friendly channel. There's some outfits in this game that, you know, I'm a married man and I felt I would feel a little uncomfortable having my trainer wear them. In terms of actual like mini games within Action Resort, there's 4 of them. The first one I played is very bizarre because it's just making a smoothie. Definitely not a workout.
I feel hungry. Let's get started.
Am I making you a smoothie? Oh, do you want oat?
Okay, some oat yogurt.
Or, okay, done with that. We don't need any more of that. What is that? Oh, tell me what it is. I don't think we have that in stock. Michelle, could we substitute recycle button? Oh no, that started my smoothie over. The banana never got, oh, I have to peel it. Oh, and you want raspberries, of
Some
course.
raspberries.
Of course I can do that for you, Michelle. You still training Jeremy? By the look on your face, something must have happened between you two. You're gonna tell me all about that later.
This one is delicious.
Thank you so much. I'm trying to give you the thumbs up.
The next game I tried was this one where they just shoot balls at you and you block them with these batons. So slow paced, so incredibly boring, and it seemingly goes on until you decide to stop it. You could do this forever. I noticed that when I looked at the leaderboard, somebody had clearly been playing for like 2 hours straight. Who would do that? What a weird thing. I also stumbled upon this review of the game that is definitely not a real person. Who would say this? Forget boring treadmills. This app is all about boxing, blending smoothies, and the craziest ball smasher minigame ever. Like Dodgeball meets Matrix, and it's hilarious. Seriously, so fun that my reflexes are on fire right now. Plus, there's more to explore. Workouts and stunning virtual environments. Okay, Lynette Nikki. Sure, Lynette Nikki. The whole appeal to the game is that you can put a bikini on your trainer. Let's not act like it's anything more than that.
Oh, I would love to have a smoothie right now.
Michelle, I literally just made you a smoothie.
There's this game where you just punch the hell out of this banana guy, which, you know what? I will admit I liked this one.
There's the dirtbag. Go get him.
You want me to beat him up for you? Is this guy bothering you? You've been bothering Michelle? You've been bothering Michelle, you little creep.
It scratched that itch. Sometimes I get that itch that I want to just beat the hell out of a banana guy, and this... Here it is.
Come here, you punk. Mashed banana.
I actually got so good at it that I became #1 in the world. So good luck beating my high score again on this. Do people not know about this game? How was I #1?
Come on, hit me.
Hit you?
Has it been a long week?
Well, it's been all right.
The thrill of the fight was maybe a life-changing experience for me. Is that too dramatic? I didn't think that VR could feel so realistic. I genuinely felt like I was punching a real person. And the look on these poor guys' face sometimes, I was brutalizing them.
Shake hands. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. We'll come around back. Ah! Come on, what you gonna do about that? What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? Oh man, you gotta be good.
You know, you think about Wii boxing and you're going against Matt or whatever, you know? It's cartoony and it's silly. The stakes when I was in there fighting these guys felt so high.
Come on, baby. What are you doing?
I've never actually like sparred with anybody for real before, and this was a really interesting experience.
Bro, think about your kids. Think about your wife. Come on. It's not worth it, buddy.
Listen to how heavy I was breathing after a round of boxing.
John, I appreciate you coming out.
If that doesn't tell you that this was a good workout, I don't know what does. It was so much fun. I highly recommend Thrill of the Fight. A great workout and a great game.
Without a question, that's the new most intense workout out of everything. God, it felt so real too. I don't like who I became when I was in there, you know? Boom, boom. You know, I respect the guy for getting in there. I do. I gotta apologize, actually. I hit him late a few times. Let's finish this. Yeah, we're done here, buddy. We're done. We're done. Shout out my little buddy. Shout out that guy. You put up a good fight there, bud. Nice pecs. Let's get out of here. And to that poor referee, he didn't deserve that. Oh, goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Going to the scorecard.
Creed is like a AAA VR game, and it's different than Thrill of the Fight. Thrill of the Fight was kind of like scrappy and scary almost, whereas Creed is very cinematic. It's actually quite beautiful game.
It does make me a little nervous eyeing down Prime Stallone right now.
It feels different to play. It feels like when you're swinging and making contact, it's almost like I'm playing a video game within a video game. Like I was watching myself box instead of actually boxing. Maybe more of like a recommendation of this is just a good, fun game to play and don't really expect it to be as good of a workout as some of the other boxing games are. But then again, I could be wrong, and maybe I just didn't experience that level of like intensity. But Creed was a ton of fun, and you can also get a workout in Creed.
Daddy's home, okay? No more playing around. All right, you can go ahead and get up though. Rock? Excuse me. Oh, I'm stepping on him.
Les Mills dance was not fun for me. I don't like dancing to begin with. I was never a Just Dance guy. I didn't like Dance Dance Revolution. That Zumba game on the Wii that everybody's mom had. I never, I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not something I'm into. This game also had a massive file size and it was not cheap.
I can't keep doing it. But I do want to point out the fact that I am in first place.
Another example of there are other games that are cheaper or free that do at least as much, if not more than what this game did for me.
Pick up your inside leg balance.
Okay, so once again, I'm not going to finish this, but I would like to point out I am in first place, ahead of Dirt Butt, ahead of Weirdo Lisa, and I feel good about that. Could you get a good workout doing that? I'm sure you could. Will I get a good workout doing that? Certainly not.
Dragon Fist is so much fun, but also makes me feel a little bit sick. It's a kung fu fighting game, which is so much fun. There are like a million different moves to remember and memorize. It's like playing Tekken, where there's all kinds of combos and stuff. Dude, the slap move, that's my favorite move.
Grappling me, he's grappling me. Karate chop, kick. Got him in the eye. Whew. Slap. Oh my God, he's right up in my face. Yeah.
So if you really like spent a lot of time in here, you could get great at it. You could get an incredible workout. You're moving around. Ooh, it's so much fun. But the movement is slidey and stick-based, and it made me dizzy. So I didn't love it. It's probably not something that I'll revisit very often, if at all.
All right. Oh no. They're gonna make me fight a lady? They're gonna make me fight Emma Harrison? Okay, Emma, I want you to know on record, I don't want to do this. That didn't feel right. You're done, Emma. I'm sorry. For the record, they're making me do this. Well, that was the least victorious victory I've ever had in my life. I wanted to check in the day after I did most of that stuff. I am also very sore. My shoulders mostly are sore and my hips are sore. So I got some kind of workout in there. Some of that stuff kicked my butt. It really did. I think it was the boxing, and then my hips are probably sore from doing like a bunch of squats with Pistol Whip, the shooting game, things like that. I was just moving around a lot. So yeah, it did something. You can't really tell here, but there's zits all over the place. I was sweating on myself for many hours yesterday. So pros and cons, I guess. I got good cardio. But it was dirty, it was nasty.
So that was all the games that I played, and I really did try to play more. There might be some that you're thinking of that I missed, and I want to name some specifically. VR It. I tried to play that, and I kept getting this weird screen every time I entered it. No matter what I did with my settings, I couldn't get it to work. Maybe my version of the headset just like isn't compatible with this. I also downloaded and tried to play a few different yoga games, and none of them were working. 3 different games I downloaded and tried to play, and it just like something was going wrong every time. Les Mills also has a game called Body Combat that I couldn't get to work on my VR headset. I paid for it and I downloaded it, and then every time I tried to start it up, something went wrong. So that's unfortunate. There was a game called Hot Squat that I tried to find in the store. It wasn't in the store. Certain games that I knew involved a lot of movement that might make me sick, like Gorilla Tag. That's a popular game that could maybe work for this, but I think it would make me feel sick. And then just a ton of other like boxing games. I felt like I got my fill of boxing games. So, you know, I did all I could do. I'm only one man. VR fitness is good. It is good. But I personally don't think that I would be able to continuously disconnect from reality like that when I'm trying to work out. I think I need to see the real world with my real eyes and feel grounded. You know, when I'm in a virtual world, something feels empty about it. And then I start getting dizzy and I start feeling existential. So I will continue to focus on exercise in real life, which of course is made so much easier by this video sponsor, Trainwell. Again, the first 100 people that sign up using my link will get 14 days free and then $25 off their first month. Thank you, Trainwell, for sponsoring this video. And then I can supplement some fun games like Thrill of the Fight or X Fitness or Punch Fit as like more of a game. I'm by no means an expert, but I know a little bit more now than I did last week. Thank you so much for watching. Extra thank you to my patrons. Those listed here are in the top tier on there. You guys, let's all head over to the Action Resort. Let's make some smoothies. The next video coming out is a great video. I'm very excited for it. I hope you will enjoy it. And that video will be accompanied by new merch as well. In the meantime, hope you have a fantastic day. That's all I got for you. I will talk to you again very soon. Goodbye. Hey, buddy. Is it bedtime? Yeah. Oh, you can't play that. That's for grown-ups. Might make you feel sick. Should we go to your room?